Hello, everyone. This is Mark, and this is my face. Ugly mug, right? Okay. So, just wanted to do a little bit of a vlog thingy here. Um, just now that E3 is finished, I just wanted to chime in and, you know, give you my take on the two, big guys with their next gen announcements. Not going to mention Nintendo because, well, why? They didn't announce anything uh, except for, Mega Man's going to be in Super Smash Brothers. Yippee! Nobody gives a fuck. So, on to the point. The main thing I wanted to talk about is Sony, and well, Microsoft too, but we'll talk about Sony right now, and their too good to be true announcement. They basically took everything that Microsoft did and said the complete opposite. Problem is, we have no proof that this is how it's going to be, and there's no legal precedent for them to stick to their word. One example that I want to use is the whole Other OS fiasco, where they removed the Other OS option from the PS3 Slim. That one was to save money. That I'm okay with. What I'm not okay with is the fact that they removed it from the old fat model as a security update. Ooh, because it was a huge security risk. That was not cool, in my opinion. Not at all. It was a main selling feature of the console. It was pretty much, well, I can't really say anything about me. I know a lot of people bought it because of that feature, along with its ability to play games. I have the Slim, so I was a late bloomer with the PS3. I actually have a severe hatred for Sony. I've always had a hatred for Sony. Don't ask me why. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I loved the PS1. The PS2 was great. The PS3 is a good console. My main thing that pissed me off with it is their encrypted file system. If the console goes tits up, and they do, well, all your games are fucked. All your saves, and I'm a save whore. I love my saves. I keep them till well after I'm dead. As you can see, I've died multiple times here. If you've watched any of my series, yeah, I've died lots. So, this has nothing to do with the PS3. I'm using that strictly as kind of a explanation of how Sony acts. They say one thing and they just kind of take it away. So, basically, they're not very trustworthy. They say they're not going to have always on DRM. They say they're not going to lock the game to your account. But is it true? Okay, it may be true at release. It may be true for a year, but then when they decide that it's a security risk, I don't know why I'm doing it this way instead of this way. Whatever. Don't know what to do with my hands. I've heard rumors that they have in the works a new DRM system. I'm not sure any of the details on it. I haven't looked it up. Don't really give a crap. The fact is, they're working on something like that, and they're also saying that they're not going to use it. Well, why would you work on it if you're not going to use it? So that makes me a little skeptical on Sony's behalf. But so far, they're winning. They're the best. As long as they're being honest. So, I don't know. They could just be, trying to pander to peer pressure, make the internet happy, because that's really all it is a bunch of loudmouths yelling. So, who knows? So, now on to good old Microsoft, the company everyone loves to hate. Microsoft, this is going to kind of sound like a love piece to Microsoft, but they're being honest. They're telling you flat out what it is that they are going to do. They're not sugarcoating it. They're not candy coating it. People don't like it. I don't like what they've done with the recent Xbox 360 dashboard updates, where it's all fucking advertisement. That can all go fucking hell. But I do have to give them points for honesty. They're telling you flat out, it's going to phone home every 24 hours. That in itself, not too bad if you've got an online connection, or an always online connection. It's still crap. It's still not acceptable, but as far as things go, it could be worse. AKA, 3 hours. Anyway, one thing that I do think is happening with Microsoft is they're doing kind of a social experiment. They want to see how far they can go. What can they get away with? It's that kind of crap. Just to see if people will, still buy their shit, even though they're being punched in the nuts and then peed on. Yeah, a little bit graphic. So they want to see if anyone will stand up to them. And they're not going to judge it on, people on the internet bitching about the problem. Anybody bitching about it, whatever. It's a small vocal minority that they don't give a fuck about. It has no bearing on their business model. You can scream and cry and piss and moan all you want, and it means jack shit if you go out and buy the fucking thing. If you don't like what they're doing, don't fucking buy it. As simple as that. I know Total Biscuit has said that numerous times for numerous things. I'm not trying to name drop, but I'm just remembering some of the videos that I've watched from him where his Mass Effect, it was Mass Effect 3, where he was like, fuck it, I can't buy this shit now because of what they're doing. You have to stand up for what you believe in, and you have to do what's right. And that's all they see. Microsoft is looking for sales numbers. Sony is looking for sales numbers. Nintendo is looking for sales numbers. Everybody wants that sales. How people feel about them is irrelevant. I don't like Sony. I hate Sony. Again, there's no valid reason for me to hate Sony. Okay, I'm sure there's several, but I can't give you one. I cannot give you a specific reason for me hating Sony. But I own a PSP, I own a PlayStation 3, I own a PS2, I own a PS1, or PSX, because I have the original. So, it's... what else of Sony's do I own? I think that's actually about it. I don't think I really own anything else that's Sony's. I don't like them. That's pretty much it. Microsoft? I don't hate. I don't like a lot of what they do. I don't like fucking Live. Microsoft Windows Live bullshit is the most idiotic pile of crap ever. But Xbox Live, I have no problem with. I have no problem with their 2-tier. I cannot stand that you have to pay for fucking gold to get Netflix. I love Netflix. I watch Netflix day in, day out. It's my friend. I call it Nettie. Okay, no I don't. But, whatever. it's a great service. I wish it was better in Canada, but I'll take it. But it, I'm getting off track. I'm so getting off track. Um, One example of this, looking for numbers, and I don't have actual numbers. I was gonna look them up and stopped giving a shit because ultimately you can kind of see it without knowing the numbers. Windows 8. Also, the numbers are relevant with Windows 8. I get to that point. Windows 8 is shit. I'm sorry. I would rather have Windows Millennium than Windows 8. It's crap. I used the consumer preview build of it. I downloaded that, when it was the consumer preview build. And I was just like, what the fuck is this shit? It's like, why do I have a mobile fucking OS on my fucking desktop? It is completely unusable with a mouse and keyboard. Works great on a touchscreen. I put it on my tablet, it works fucking flawlessly. But it is absolute shit. So, people were saying that before it's released. The consumer previews, before that, the betas, all of that shit. People were saying that Windows 8 is crap, and this is why it's crap. This is what we don't like. It's completely unusable. And then they release it, marketing it as a new and improved interface. It's very easy to use. Has anybody ever tried to shut down fucking Windows 8? It pretty much can't be done. You've got to go through all sorts of fucking menus. It's just so idiotic. And there are people out there that like to shut their computers down. I don't. I never turn it off. I'll restart it every once in a while. Occasionally I'll do updates. One of the first things I do is I turn off automatic updates. Automatic updates is just idiotic, the way they've got it implemented. Hey, I know you're doing something on your computer. You're not here right now. But I know your computer's doing something vital. But I need to install this update, so I'm just going to restart the computer for you. It's okay, I know you won't mind. Fuck you. But ultimately, and again, this is where the sales thing comes in. It was released. It's now in the world. How many people actually went out and bought it? I didn't. They even had it as a great price point for an upgrade. They had it at, what was it, $40? It's a great fucking price. Unfortunately, that doesn't matter when it's absolute crap. Absolute garbage. So now, I've heard that they're, trying to appease people and they're bringing back the start menu. Now, I've also heard that is a actual, not just a patch. It's actually a full new version of Windows. So I do not know how that's going to work out. I could be completely wrong. I haven't really looked into it too much because it doesn't affect me. I use Windows 7. Windows 7 is an example of what Microsoft did right. During the Windows 7 betas and pre-releases, people were like, this is great. This is exactly what we want. This works great, it's easy to use, runs fast, boots up fast, supports everything. Awesome, great job, Microsoft. Good job. Sold like hotcakes, still selling. I think they've tried to take it off the market 3 times, and it hasn't worked. So, this is a prime example of, what they are doing in response to sales, not in response to people bitching. Because everybody bitched about 8. Everybody that saw it hated it. Fuck it. It's crap. They released it anyway. So, and this is even with Windows having a very, very skewed sales number figures, because every new PC that is built comes with Windows 8. And it can go fuck itself. And the Xbox doesn't have that skew. There's nothing like it. Microsoft has no monopoly. If you want to buy a game console, you have the Wii, you have, or Wii U, whatever. Same shit, different controller. You have PCs, you have the PlayStation, you have options. The Oyu or Oya, or I don't know how to pronounce that. These are all options that you have. So Microsoft doesn't have a monopoly on that. So the numbers that you're going to see are going to be based on, how people actually perceive it. So if you buy it, you obviously want it and you're okay with the bullshit. If you don't buy it, then you're not okay with the bullshit. They remove the bullshit, you buy it, you're cool. It's how this whole consumerism works. That's my take on it. This is all my perspective on things. But take it for what it is. I speak from here. Well, here technically, but whatever. Just as a final note, just saying that both of these companies, they're large companies, they want one thing from you, and that is your money. They're looking for profit, and they will get it however they can. And if you don't like what they have, and you don't buy it, and enough people don't buy it, they'll change it. Because they want your fucking money. I would love your fucking money. I can't make a console. I have no capability to make a console. I don't even have the ability to make a game. Although, I kinda do, but whatever. We're not getting into that. I have no will to make a game? Yeah, we'll go with that one. But there's always the PC. I like the PC. You've never been able to have used games on it. Well, not for years, and even when you technically could, it was kind of frowned upon. But ultimately, you're able to do everything on the PC that you can do with the console. And then some. Like, I know they're trying to tout these consoles as, all-in-one great devices that can do everything and are phenomenal and just all that shit. And they're not. They're crap. If you just compare it to a basic PC, it's like, really? There's no fucking competition. My shitty laptop that I keep upstairs in front of my TV is better than most of the consoles out there. You know why? Because I can fucking use it when I want to fucking use it. I can play what I want on it. It's not powerful. It's a piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. But it does what I want it to do. Usually. Sometimes. Told you it was a piece of shit. Where was I? That's got. Might as well throw downsides in for the PC. It's downside. Downside. It's too open. It's really the openness of it that hurts it the most, I think. Because of the fact that there are so many different hardware manufacturers that do things mostly the same, but slightly different, that can cause just enough quirks for developers. Like, you're trying to make your game operate on as broad a hardware as you can, but you have to deal with the NVIDIA ATI thing. They have slightly different ways to do it. Now, there's tons of libraries and different things that help with that, but sometimes they want to use their own for whatever reason. So you have to fight with it. But any of the developers that are out there that are building shit for both both Xbox and PlayStation, there is no reason why they can't port that shit to PC. Or, hey, build it on the fucking PC, port it to the fucking consoles. Makes life so much easier. And PC, don't need a fucking dev kit for. You just build the fucking thing with the tools you got. Which, for the most part, you can build a lot of great games for free. Oh my god. tons of free open source engines, tons of free open source tools. Like, there's nothing stopping someone from just picking up Java and writing a game. I wonder where we saw that from. What happened there? Could it be a multi-million-dollar game? Who knows? I don't know. Even like Microsoft's got Visual C++, or Visual C Sharp. There's all sorts of different programming languages out there. You can get free open source compilers for C++. They're all over there. This isn't about programming. Nobody wants to know about programming. This is about the consoles. And honestly, as things sit right now, I'm not buying either of them. Microsoft, for me to buy the fucking Xbox One bullshit, one, I'd like them to change the fucking name, because that is the dumbest name I've ever heard. I want an Xbox One. Like, you want that big fucking huge thing from like 20 years ago? Okay, it wasn't 20 years ago, but whatever. Get off my tits. Actually, it's even easier now for them to develop for all the consoles, because they're all fucking x86. I run an Intel. They're both AMD. Whatever. Big whoop. You see the hands coming in every once in a while. Jazz hands. Oh, boy. Yeah. I don't know. And just in case anyone wants to accuse me being a fanboy for one or the other, especially since my Microsoft kind of sounded like I was defending their ideas, I'm not. They can fucking rot in hell. But so can Sony. Like I said, I have all the consoles. I have a Wii, PS3, Xbox. I have the Xbox original. I gutted it. Tried to make it a media center, and then kind of forgot about it. It's sitting in a box somewhere. I don't know. But my PS3 is to my right. My Xbox is to my right. My Wii is upstairs. My other Xbox is upstairs. Yes, I have two Xboxes. That is a stupid story that I'm not going to tell right now. Anyway, I'm just going to wait. In about a year after they're released, maybe I'll think about it, depending on how they've changed. Microsoft, as things stand now, unless they change drastically, I won't touch them. I will not touch them with a 10-foot pole and a condom. Sony, they actually have a chance of getting me to buy their console within a couple months of release, because I've seen some of the fucking games they've got coming out, and unlike the PS3 where there's 3, and I own them, they got some good ones. And if they don't come to PC, I may have to go out and buy a fucking PS4. Which is also a really stupid name, but, at least they're consistent. They're not jumping around with numbers. Fucking Xbox 360, Xbox One, what the fuck shit was that? You got 360 because you didn't want to be behind in numbers to the PS3. That was the whole fucking reason. Now we're going back in time to the Xbox One. Because I guess now their marketing department is saying that the lower number is more superior. Fuck you, marketing. I hate you all. Anyway, I've bitched enough. I'm out. Thank you all for watching. You guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.